each bird.
That's right.
What was Doc's numbers that night? Anybody know?
He had like 30 times.
Me?
He? 30?
No,
30 minutes, maybe?
No,
Yeah.
me?
No, mine.
Oh, yours.
I want to say
Found out.
23, 17, 6, 5, something like that.
How many turnovers?
One. You know that game, I think there were 3 turnovers for the game. Both teams. I think it was like one of the most pure games ever. The reason there was no turnovers,
Two guys.
Bird and Dominic kept shooting. It couldn't be any turnovers.
How many threes you make?
They should have. They should have. They've been very wise for them.
How many threes you make?
Oh, I don't think I took one. I bet I did. I don't even know. That's a good question. I've never looked at that.
How many step back threes?
I'm saying I don't know if I took a 3. If I took a 3, it was because it was 1 second left on the clock.
But no for 3 for me.
Did I? What was my numbers in that game?
7 of 17, 16 points, 18 assists.
Okay, dog.
Pass it more Dominic. Give it to Dominic.
What was I was going to say? Was it
I was only in the top 5 in assists.
Was it a
that
pin down
year
for Nick
for the
or-
season? So.
or a cross screen for me? Which one was it?
It was just past the knee. Yeah, past the knee, past the knee.
Doc was at Magic Johnson.
The reason I had assists, though, there's another guy that was almost perfect in that game, is Randy Whitman. I think he was 12 for 13 in that
Is that
game.
right?
Yeah, I think he
He
was
could
on
shoot.
fire.
11. He could shoot.
Yeah.
11 for 13.
11 for 13. See, look at that. See?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's sad is we can't lie anymore. It's true. Mike Wissing was telling us a story one time about when he was assisting with me, and Sam was looking up the numbers, and he was like, "Not true. None of this happened." So you have to be careful.
Doc, on the rewatch, you said that you wanted to assess James after you did the rewatch. What did
Yeah,
you
I
think
just
of the
thought
misses and the shots and pass
we
that?
didn't play with enough thrust, and we didn't get in the paint enough, and we can do that. I really did. They're helping on everybody's drives, and so they're bringing people, and James has to make the right decision. I think overall he is. There was one where I'm sure people thought he could have shot the ball, but he was going to his right, and to me, him being a passer is not a bad thing for us. Obviously, we showed him 2 big shots down the stretch. Those are good shots. And I asked him, I said, "You want those shots?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, we're going to live with those too. We just need you to be aggressive and take them. So we'll be fine.
Do you think there were moments where there was passivity, perhaps, or
What's the word?
passivity?
I don't. But I think when anyone, if you're not making shots, you hesitate at times. I don't think James hesitated much, to be honest. I just don't think we're playing downhill enough when we can. And then when we get them, we're not taking them. It was a great exchange today. Even with Tyrese, there was this one play, and I said, "Tell me what you see." And then he said, "Well, I was waiting." And then I think it was Trez or Joel was like, "Waiting. There's no one in front of you. You have to go for it. You have to get to the paint, And you get your shot blocked a couple times, and you tend not to want to go in there. We have to go in there. We have to keep going in there. We have to be relentless.
To that point, Doc, in the fourth quarter, there were a lot of offensive rebounds Boston got. There were a lot of balls Boston.
Yeah, they're killing us right now.
So I guess.
Yeah, but it was even. Offensive rebounds were 9-9.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I think in the fourth, they grabbed 4.
Yeah.
I think Gary rebounded to 13 to 6 in the fourth.
Yeah.
I guess how do you keep playing with that force just throughout the?
Well, you just do. I mean, and I showed our guys our body language on bad plays. And I know you guys, you hear us say this, you hear coaches say this. Each round you grow. Boston has passed that already. They've gone each round, and so they've gone through these frustrations already, where it doesn't faze them when they make mistakes. We're not there. That's where we're going, and that's part of this journey. And I showed our guys. I was like, look at the difference when they make a turnover or a bad play on us. We hung our heads. We react, which creates to the next play. And that's part of our whole culture and building that stuff. And that's what we're doing here. And so, as I told him, I asked Shake. First I asked him, did you go to class when you were in school? And he said yes. Probably lied to me, but he said yes. And then I asked him if the series is as close as it possibly could be after 3 games, what would that make it? And he answered, it'd be 2-1. And I said, yeah, it's 2-1. With us having a home game coming up at home. I said, if we had lost the first 2 games and then won yesterday, how would we feel? Like, this is part of going through a playoff grind. It's emotional terrorism at times, and you have to deal with it. You have to be able to handle it, or you lose. And I said, that's part of this. Like, you got to be able to deal with it and handle it. And so I thought after watching the film, we're in a much better place than before the film. I will say that. And it was long.
Doc, after the game, Joel mentioned that he felt like it would have been less distracting and better, perhaps, if the awards had come out in the week off between regular season and playoffs.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true. But
Do you feel like that's been a distraction?
no, it could be. I mean, I don't know. Listen, we got to play better. Fuck the awards and all the other stuff. We got to play better basketball. And Joel's probably 100% correct. But if I had got an MVP award, they could have gave it to me in the middle of the third. I'm taking it. You know what I mean? But I do agree, and I was worried about it in Game 2, and then I was really worried about it last night. And I'm waving to get his son on the floor, which I thought was awesome. And this is all of us. I'm the worst at it. I've missed so many great opportunities to cherish things. I'm older now. I wish I could get all those back. As I told you, I didn't even go in the locker room. That's what he wanted. Think about that. Didn't go in. I forgot the champagne part. I mean, think about that. And that's what drives me now. Like, I want to get back. I want to drink some champagne. I want to get that opportunity again. So, I think when Joel looks back on that moment with his child was awesome. What's funny, I was from behind. I didn't know he got emotional. I didn't know that until sitting at home last night watching it on TV. I may have drew up a different play if I had known that, because the first play was for Joel and he did score. But he's probably right. But at the end of the day, that has nothing to do with the loose balls in the fourth quarter. Playing through. We just got to hang in there.
Is he trending? Is Joel?
Yeah, he looks great.
Upward?
Yeah, he played great last night.
Yeah. Physically, though, you saw all good stuff.
Yeah, physically, one of our analytics guys said, "Is there any way we can play him 48 minutes?" And I was like, "No, but but he's pretty good when he's on the floor." So no, but he looked good yesterday, and more importantly, the whole key is he felt great today. And that's the key with Joel, because with this thing, and I don't know enough about it, what they tell me, it can be a tomorrow morning or whatever. He could go, wake up and it's swelling. You just don't know, and that's the tough part about this injury, from what I hear.
Is there any concern given tomorrow's day frame, like this would be the quickest turnaround that you
Yeah,
have?
but there's nothing we can do about it. Like, those things that we can concern about that I don't concern myself about it. Like, we got to be ready to play. We got to be ready for them to play great and beat them. That's what we got to be ready for.
They threw probably more help than they usually did. Him shift in, throwing out guys. How do you think he and you guys handled it?
I thought we handled it average. I think we can do better. They really didn't come a lot. When they did come, I thought overall, other than the one turnover, remember Tatum snuck from behind. That ball has to be out. Our guy in the strong side corner cut for whatever reason, because I think the ball would have been there, but he wasn't there. So it's funny. We went over more space and stuff again today. That we can't keep making spacing mistakes. They're too long, they're too athletic, and they make you pay. Then the other thing is, they made us pay for every mistake. Every offensive rebound that they got, they turned it into a three. We turned the ball over, they turned it into a three. We overplayed Tatum twice for whatever reason. They turned it into a basket. And they're making you pay for your mistakes. And we got to do the same.
When they have a guy like Al, they would guard Embiid, but also space the floor.
Yeah.
Like that. You're focused on Jalen and Jason, but that guy hits 5 threes. How does that come
Yeah, but we lost 3 of them, and that's just poor discipline on our part. We have guys that can shoot too on the floor. So, Al's doing his best in Joel. I don't know if I'm going to say can guard him, number one. But Al can really shoot the ball, and he's doing that. And we got to keep account of all those guys. I think the first play in the third quarter, we completely spun around, lost sight of them. We had another one in the second quarter. By the end of the game, that's 3, 4, 5. 2 of them were offensive rebounds. Get the rebound is what we have to do. But again, rebounds were even, but they killed us in the fourth.
Joel defensively has looked pretty good with turning a lot of shots
Yeah.
at the rim. But it feels like he's had to do that a good amount of times. It concerns you guys that he's had to have so many opportunities that the ball gets to him.
No. I would love him not to have to help, especially when Al's on the floor. Because every time Joel does have to help and Al's on the floor, it's not like Al's running to the rim. Al's running out, and now we're in rotation. So that creates that's why Joel creates that problem. Joel's a range shooting 5'2". We have the same issues that we can create against them. But guarding the ball, overall, I thought we were better last night in keeping the ball in front of us than we were in the first 3 games.
What's the biggest step to making sure that continues to improve?
We just have to. We have no choice, But getting back and loaded in transition, our discipline at times, we got to be better disciplined.
Thanks,
So,
Coach.
thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.